welcome back. This is our Thursday acne chat. My name is Celine Leclerc and I'm a licensed esthetician and a certified acne expert with Face Reality. And today we are going through the essentials of how to use a Face Reality routine. So obviously the Face Reality routine is not going to be exactly the same for everyone. We like to switch things up every 2 weeks on your journey to get clear. But this is going to be the closest thing to your first routine that you're going to get started on. Of course, you want to use the products that your specialist has recommended to you because those are the ones that are best for you. But I hope that this video can really illuminate how to use the essential products in a Face Reality routine to get the best results. I'm going to be doing it along with you guys. I have my big bowl of water. So it's going to be very interactive today. So let's jump in. First things first, I need my Tassie to wash my face, otherwise my hair goes everywhere. So I'm going to take that off. I have my AOS Tassie today. These you can find in our rewards center. I use this at least twice a day, every single day. It's super soft, doesn't squeeze your head, it doesn't leave creases in your hair, and it just keeps everything out of the way and controlled, so you can just get to washing your face, taking a bath, taking a shower. Highly recommend a Tassie. So let's go in with our cleanser first. I would say majority of our clientele are on Ultra Gentle Cleanser. The reason that we love Ultra Gentle Cleanser so much is that it really deep cleanses the skin without stripping it or making your skin dry. And that is really important so that your skin can, I'm hooked up. This is really important so that your skin can use the active serums in their routine without getting overly dry or irritated. You'll find that except for the active ingredients like mandelic acid, salicylic acid, and acne med, the rest of your routine is really for soothing and supporting the skin on its journey to getting clear. So let's start with this cleanser, Ultra Gentle Cleanser. This is our top selling cleanser, and for good reason. It's completely scent free and it is fabulous for all skin types. I like to start with massaging it into dry skin first. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my hands and massage it in. And it's really important when you have acne prone skin to make sure that you're thoroughly cleansing your face. Really getting in there. A lot of people tend to forget getting into the hairline. That is very important. Just really work it into the face. If you can cleanse for a full 2 minutes, that's amazing. If you've only got a minute, that's okay. But if you can do 2 minutes, that would be amazing. And usually I would be bringing this down to my neck and chest, but I don't want to get my outfit all wet. Remember that if you have acne on your neck and chest, you need to be treating the full area. Bring your products all the way down. So now I'm just going to add water to my fingers. Let's get a little more. And we're all sudsed up. And I'm going to continue my cleanse. Really focusing on areas that I have congestion or breakouts. So that you guys don't have to sit and watch me cleanse my face for forever, I'm not going to do a full 2-minute cleanse. But we got a good express clean in. And this is safe to use on the eyes, by the way. I don't have any makeup on my eyes, so I'm not going to go in with it. But this could absolutely be used on the eyes. Okay, let's remove this. Usually I just splash my face with water over the sink, but I don't want to make a mess. So I'm going to grab one of my Clean Skin Club towels. These are biodegradable single-use towels. I love these. They're a great alternative to using your towel that often has a lot of bacteria growing in it. I'm just going to get this wet and get this cleanser off. I also want to mention, we are doing our morning routine right now, by the way, and then we will get into the nighttime routine. Ooh, I've got water dripping down my arms. Washing your face on camera is not the easiest. But we're making this work. Okay, I'm going to check to see if I got it all off by just taking clean water in my hands. And if I feel any suds up or any slipperiness, I know I don't have the cleanser off, but it's actually feeling pretty good. So now I'm going to take another Clean Skin Club wipe. Cloth, it's not a wipe, it's cloth. And I'll use this to dry my face. I have been using these exclusively to dry my face the last 6 months, and I am a big fan. I definitely feel like my skin has been the clearest it's been in 6 months, which is not just because these towels, I've really rehauled my routine, but these towels absolutely, I think, are helping instead of using my gross bacteria-ridden towels. Okay, next step in our morning routine is toner. I will also say majority of clients are using Moisture Balance toner. There is also facial calming toner, and there is also Sal C toner. I almost wanted to call it its old name, but Sal C toner is the other one. The reason we have majority of clients on Moisture Balance toner is because, again, it's really helping to respect the skin and balance the skin barrier while you're on an acne routine. It also helps oily skin. It helps with balancing out that oil production to help lessen it and rehydrate the skin. If you have very, very oily skin, we will often have you on Sal C toner. And if you have very, very sensitive skin, we'll try out Calming Facial Toner. But I would say 90% of customers, Moisture Balance toner. It's a wonderful toner. The key to using toners from Face Reality is you want to use toner pads with them. So let me show you. If I can grab it. So this is a toner pad. You can find these on our website just by searching toner pad. It is this cute little gauze square. And the special thing about it is it is thin, so it's not absorbing so much product. So if you're using a cotton round, those things are really thick, and as soon as you put a little toner on it, it gets completely absorbed and it doesn't make it to your face. So that is why it's so important to pick these up, because they will save your product. You will use so much less when you are using toner pads. So I'm just gonna take my toner here, add a little bit to my pad. And when you are toning, this is your step that is pH balancing your skin, and it is also getting rid of any residual dirt or cleanser that has been left in your skin so that your other products will be absorbed correctly. So you really want to work this into the skin. Make sure we are getting everything off and we're ready for our serums. Okay, I like to use a bit of pressure there because I'm really making sure my skin is ready to absorb my serums completely. So that is your toner step. Now I do recommend letting this dry before you go into your serum. So let's chat about serums for a second. So the next step in your routine is going to be your corrective serum. That's either going to be a glycolic serum, which we don't recommend to most people because it's pretty harsh, a salicylic serum, or a mandelic serum. Salicylic and mandelic are most commonly prescribed, mandelic being the most prescribed by far. Mandelic acid is just such an amazing acid that is antifungal, antibacterial, as well as brightening. So it actually helps brighten acne scars while you're treating new acne as well. That's why we love mandelic acid so much. But of course, not everyone can use mandelic. Some people are sensitive to it. I am one of those people, unfortunately. I can use very low-level mandelic products, but get to 8% mandelic and my skin is more stingly and red. So I use the salicylic serum. Salicylic serum is amazing for people who are prone to rosacea and redness or who are unable to tolerate the mandelic acid. A really special thing about Face Reality salicylic is they also have azelaic acid, which is brightening. So even though you're not getting the brightening qualities from mandelic acid, there's azelaic acid in here that gives you brightening benefits. So now that my face is dry from doing my toner, I'm going to do my serum. All of Face Reality serums are pre-dosed out in the pumps. So it is very important to only use one pump. Unless you are really bringing it down into your neck and chest, that would be one more pump. For the face, just one pump. The old packaging used to be, I think, 2 or 3 pumps, but now it is just one pump. So if you're going through your product too fast, make sure you're using the right amount. So I'm going to take my one pump and we're going to massage that in everywhere. If you apply your corrective serum and your face is immediately stingly, red, and burning, it is not the serum for you, and you may want to reach out to your esthetician or reach out to us and we can help adjust your routine. If you're just stingly for a couple of seconds, maybe a minute, maybe 2, just a little bit light tingle, that's totally normal. That is fine. That will subside as your skin adjusts to the product. But this product doesn't stingle at all to me, and I still get great results from it. So now that we've massaged that in, we'll allow that to dry, and our next step is our hydrator. So if you have extremely dry skin, you feel like you just cannot get enough moisture into your skin while you're on your Face Reality routine, you'll want to do a Hydro Balance sandwich. What that is you're going to use your Hydro Balance after your Moisture Balance toner, then you use your salicylic or mandelic serum, then you do Hydro Balance again. So we didn't do that today because my skin is not that dry, but that is a great tip if you are super, super dry. I will add, you're gonna be dry on a Face Reality routine. Part of the acne forming process is oil in our skin. So when we're in the clearing process, we're gonna get you a bit dry. And that's just something that you may have to just adjust to and live with. We find that people who are able to tolerate their skin being a little more dry and flaky get clearer faster. So there's an important tip for you. So now that my salicylic serum has dried all the way, I'm going to go in with Hydro Balance. So Hydro Balance is not necessarily dosed like the others. It's really a personal preference on how much you like to use. I like to be a little more hydrated. I have oily skin, it needs that water hydration. So I like 2 pumps. And look at that color. So this is one of those interesting products that has plant extracts in it, so the color changes all the time depending on the batch. Sometimes it'll be more blue, sometimes it's a little more brown like this one. But they're still perfectly potent. And this smells very faintly of flowers because this actually has lilac stem cell extract, which is an amazing antioxidant that is naturally anti-inflammatory. So if you don't have a Hydro Balance in your routine, I highly recommend adding it. It's just an amazing support product in your routine to get clear. Antioxidants are actually a very important part of getting clear because your skin, if you're acne prone, is naturally depleted in antioxidants. So now that we've got our Hydro Balance on, we can jump right into our next moisturizer, which is Clear Derma. Clear Derma, this is a cream, and this also has soothing and antioxidant ingredients in it. I just take a little amount, disperse it all over, and then rub it in. Okay, now I like to let this absorb before I go in with my sunscreen. Otherwise, you're more likely to have some pilling. So while I wait to do that, I'm gonna put on my glasses and we're gonna talk about the sunscreens from Face Reality. Oop, I got my glasses wet. Oh no. Let's fix this. I need to get some contacts. Okay. All right, I can see now. Okay, Face Reality sunscreens. 2 very, very different sunscreens, by the way. So, we have a mineral sunscreen, and we have a chemical sunscreen. Minerals and chemicals work differently as the chemical sunscreens absorb and neutralize UVA and UVB rays. Minerals, they also do a little bit of absorption and neutralization, but they also reflect. They help reflect. That's why they're so white. And it's really difficult to create a mineral sunscreen that doesn't have some sort of white cast, because literally how they function. But more and more new technology is coming out that is helping to make it more and more translucent. But it's really one of the hardest things in the formulation of skincare industry is making a mineral sunscreen that doesn't leave a cast on deeper skin tones, because it is part of its job is to reflect, because it has these white minerals that reflect the sun. So let's jump into the mineral sunscreen first. This one is a matte finish. Ooh, you know what would be fun is if I did half and half on my face. We're gonna do it. Okay, so we're gonna do left side of my face. We're gonna do the mattifying ultimate protection SPF 28. Sorry, mattifying is not in the name. This one is the more matte of the sunscreens. I don't recommend this for medium, deep to deep skin tones. Medium can probably get away with it if you put makeup on top, but the deeper your skin tone, the more you're gonna dislike the sunscreen, unfortunately. But that is why we have Daily SPF 30. Daily SPF 30 is more moisturizing, and it blends in seamlessly into deeper skin tones. Chemical sunscreens are wonderful for deeper skin tones because it's not gonna have that reflective quality that the mineral sunscreen has. So let's do half and half. Oop. I want to make sure I use enough, but I'm not used to using half a face amount. So let's see, I think this will be the right amount. So this one, you can see it looks white. We're gonna rub this in. I think I used too much for half a face. I didn't know how much to use. I've never done half a face before. Mineral sunscreens, you really gotta rub in. I'm gonna try to bring this down. And they also, mineral sunscreens melt into the skin over the course of 15 to 20 minutes. So if you have a white cast right away, give it a couple minutes to blend in. I do not have a mirror in front of me, so I have no idea if I blended this in. Looks good, Ben? Mm-hmm. Okay, we blended it in. But you can probably see there is a little bit of a more kind of reflectiveness to this. I mean, I'm very pale, so I'm not a great example of showing what this mineral sunscreen looks like on deeper skin tones. But we are working on getting a lot more swatches and content for sunscreens so you guys know what will work for deeper skin tones and what will not. So that is the mattifying side. It really is. It's already drying down to like a matte finish. If you are very, very oily, this helps control oil production. And it's totally dried down now. So let's wipe off my hands and let's go in with the Daily SPF 30. I will also say, I had someone reach out recently and said that they liked to mix the Daily SPF 30 with Ultimate Protection 28, and I do not recommend that. Chemical sunscreens are, they're chemical sunscreens. They're a little bit more unstable. They have a very specific formula in them that keeps them stabilized. So you don't want to be mixing a mineral sunscreen in because you don't know how they're going to respond chemically to each other. So pick mineral or pick chemical, or if they are formulated, if it's a formula that is mineral and chemical together, that is stable because they've created that, they've tested it, it's FDA regulated, you know it's not going to have an odd chemical reaction on your face. So we are going in with SPF 30 now. This is more moisturizing and blends in very nicely. This one has more of that, a little bit of that faint sunscreen smell because it's more of a chemical sunscreen. Am I blending it in okay, Ben? Oh, I can't see you very well, but I think you pointed to my nose.
Gosh. You know, for your glasses.
Nope.
A little bit on your forehead.
Okay, one more forehead. Okay. This is fun. Okay, cool. Put my sunglasses back on. You can see there's definitely, I mean, I can feel it. This feels more moisturized finish, and this feels dried down to like skin-like finish. You can probably see the difference. One is glowy, one is not. So those are your sunscreen choices. For both of these sunscreens, I know some people say like 30, that seems kind of low, but actually SPF 30 is a great everyday sunscreen amount. So those are your sunscreens. That is your daytime routine. I want to touch on the nighttime routine now. So your nighttime routine, it's important to remove your makeup. So we have a couple different ways you can do that. You can just double cleanse with your Ultra Gentle cleanser. Just wash your face twice in a row with it. Or you can use the Clean Skin Club wipes to remove your makeup first. There we go. These actually just got added into the rewards center. So if you have some rewards points, you can pick these up. These are also biodegradable. These are amazing face wipes that are acne safe. You can use these to remove your makeup so that you can then go in to cleanse the skin. Never skip cleanser. Never just use makeup wipes because you're really not getting your skin clean and your products aren't going to absorb. Your skin's going to break out. So make sure you're getting that cleanse step in. After cleansing, you'll go in with Moisture Balance Toner again with your toner pad. Allow that to dry. Then, instead of going straight to your Acne Med, which is a very common mistake, grab the Hydra Balance. Hydra Balance. I like to use a fairly thicker layer, 2 to 3 pumps, all over the face, allow to dry, then go in with your Acne Med. Acne Med is very easily neutralized by being covered by occlusive ingredients like oils. Acne Med works, it's benzoyl peroxide by the way, and this works by oxygenating the pore. Acne bacteria cannot exist in an oxygen-happy place. That is why when it is occluded with oils, acne can go crazy, and we have all these products that help break through that oil, dissolve the oil, and then get oxygen into that pore to banish acne for good. So an important thing about Acne Med though is it is kind of more of an active ingredient. It can be a bit more drying, so avoid the eye area, avoid the lip area, and avoid this crevice here in your nose and these lines here. These tend to be those areas that people see irritation and redness if they get their Acne Med on those places. So after you apply your Acne Med, you don't do anything else. Acne Med is always last in your nighttime routine. This is very important to remember because again, we are making sure that oxygen can access the pore and that benzoyl peroxide can do the job that it needs to do to clear your skin. This is your basic routine. This is with the Mandelic Serum only in the morning. As your skin progresses and it's not overly dry, overly flaky, or irritated, you'll end up adding your serum in twice a day. And then 2 weeks after that, again, if your skin is not irritated, it's not dry, then you bump up your Acne Med percentage. I have actually made videos that walk you through the routine on week 1 and 2, weeks 3 and 4, weeks 5 and 6. So I will link those below, or you can reach out to us and we'll get those videos to you. I highly recommend touching on those if you don't have the immediate guidance of an esthetician. An esthetician is who will be walking you through those changes and making sure you're making those changes at the right time for your skin. So I do recommend reaching out to our live chat if you have any questions at all. We have our acne certified estheticians on the chat waiting to answer questions for you and help you with your skin. So that is everything I wanted to cover today. I'll be back not next week, but the week after that. Next week I'm going to Kauai on vacation. I'm going to meet up with Gina there. So I'm very, very excited for that. So I won't be here next week, but I will be back the week after that.